What's up, guys? Welcome back. I know we haven't uploaded in a while. That's because we tried filming a couple of YouTube videos, but just because we're not used to it, we didn't film enough, so it's really hard to make a video out of it, and it wouldn't have been enjoyable. So we're gonna get in today's video. Might be a little shorter, but long story short, did a little headlight restoration on the 34. This came out awesome. We got the RCF done. That job was a little bit of a nightmare, but not too bad. Cleaned out the shop a bit, finishing up some of these parts for a customer. And we also are gonna have a new shop demo engine. So I picked up this 2J from, where was it? Somewhere in like Germantown area. Really good deal. So I paid 400 bucks for everything. The only kind of questionable part, spun a rod bearing. But I already looked at it, crank looks fine, everything. But yeah, that'll get machined, board, honed, line board, everything. It'll be a demo motor, so it'll go to shows with us. You guys can buy it. It'll help us with a little bit of R&D for when we do mail-in engine packages on the website. But today, I have some interesting news for you, and it involves the X3M. Pretty much when I bought this car, I was super excited because if you guys don't know, this is the M4 CS color. So this is the F82 M4 CS color, not the new G82. But I was looking for a really long time for the spec, couldn't find them. I saw like a couple go up, but they're a little bit newer, too expensive for the budget. And then this one popped up in Texas. And the moment this one popped up, I was like, I gotta have it. And that's because it's got every single option. It's got the Tartufo interior on the Marina Bay Blue. And so when I got this thing, I was super hyped. I was super happy. It was like dream spec, X3M, carbon fiber trim, everything. But the dealership kind of scammed me. So I did get tons of videos of this car. I got tons of videos, tons of pictures, walk around, and everything looked really good. And when it got off transport, I started noticing things. And I specifically asked them, is there chips in the leather? How's the interior condition? Does all the ambient lighting work? And they kind of went around those topics, which is kind of my fault. But I ended up seeing stuff like this when I got here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but really deep gouges. Driver's seat's okay. Really wrinkled, marks all on the door. Just not too pleasant. And not to mention, when I got the car, there were tons of codes for the ACC system and the parking system. Because if you guys don't know, there's actually a camera up here, and there's a camera up here and radar system. So it's for adaptive cruise, rain sensing wipers, parking, all that, and none of that worked. And I was like, well, why doesn't it work? Because they never told me about that. So long story short, take it to BMW because it's under warranty, and they're like, yo, they put in a 330i windshield without the ACC. So they put in a completely different windshield. Then that started to get my mind rolling, because when I went to the dealership and there's photos, it had an OEM BMW X3M windshield in it. So then I started looking around the car, and then I started seeing things like this. Little bits of body dust and scratches in little areas. And then all of a sudden, it was one day after it was a cloudy day like this where I took it to the shop and I was like, oh hell no. I don't know if you guys can see it because the GoPro actually makes things look really good, but you can see like right here, like that is not water, that is all dust. All those specks and stuff is dust under a clear coat. And I was like, I've had Beamers before, my family's had Beamers, lots of my friends have had M cars, non-M cars, whatever, and I have seen 15-year-old Beamers with better quality paint than this. So I started getting my mind rolling. So I started looking around the car, I was like, oh no. So this whole door and quarter and part of the trunk and part of this door was repainted. And then I started seeing things like this. It's not tar, it's not paint. That's like a gouge mark. And same with right here. So, long story short, I was pissed. Dealership, I'm not gonna say shout out to the dealership because they're out of Texas and they're kind of slime balls. It's a Hyundai dealership, but they do have other dealers like Beamer and all that. So anyways, so I got on their ass. I called the original dealership that this car got at from the first owner before the dealership I bought it from got it. And they pretty much said, yeah, there was no suspicion of paint, clear coat was good. Because if you don't know, BMW is pretty meticulous about that. Because like if they look for this stuff, so if they see that, they're not going to cover parking sensors and stuff under warranty. So, long story short, it was like, yeah, we had no indication of a crash, no suspicion of anything. It had the proper tires on it, had the proper windshield in it. There were no codes for anything, no damage reported. And I was like, okay, well, if it got sold like that, well, it was sold like that. It was passed with flying colors. There was nothing wrong with it. So then I called the dealership I bought it from. And they pretty much, at first, kind of gave us the finger. And then we pretty much brought forward proof and a recorded phone call of the other dealership, BMW in Arlington, I believe, saying that, hey, there was no suspicion. And yeah, so pretty much this side of the car is fine. But this whole tailgate area, I believe this was repainted. This quarter was repainted, bumper was repainted, door and part of the door, and they didn't even bother to fix any of this. So long story short, I got a check for the body work. I got a check for the windshield. So windshield's now fixed, so that's good. But today, this car is going over by Tyler, the painter. He's a really cool dude in Milwaukee. Lots of people use him. Whoever's watching, if you're local, you probably know who he is. I personally think I ran into him once, but I got recommended to him by tons of people. So yeah, so Chris is gonna meet me there in the 135. He's really good friends with Tyler. And yeah, we're gonna get this thing fixed. And I know a lot of people wouldn't like to tell you that, you know, on camera, but I'm just being honest. It's just the name of the game. And no, there's no accident, there's no nothing on this car in terms of like titling or Carfax. So that's kind of how I knew they did it at the dealership, because when you go on Google Maps, they have their own collision center. So whatever they did, they said that it didn't go through the clear coat, which I can believe because the paint matching is like A1. So I think what happened is someone may have just like lightly brushed it up like a 4-post when they were servicing it or something. Or maybe like a tree kind of like brushed up against it and maybe a branch hit the windshield or something. I don't really know. I don't really care. I just want my money. I want my car to be fixed. But yeah, so I'm going to take all this stuff out of there, get over to Tyler, and you should see us on the way there and meet up with Chris. Here we are. So I love these cars. I had a couple M3s before this at different times. But my friend and I also had an X3M, and I just fell in love with it. It's pretty much just a bigger M3, so that's why I really wanted to find the proper spec. That's why, unfortunately, when this thing came in, you know, not as clean as I hoped for the money that was paid, I was kind of upset. But long story short, we're about 45 minutes from the paint shop. I think he'll probably have this thing for a few days to a week. I know he normally has a pretty good turnaround time. But yeah, this thing had every single option. So extended leather, which I think in these only got you like these little brown parts next to the cup holders. But it's got the carbon fiber trim, ambient lighting, which I also had to have replaced at BMW. Thankfully, they covered that under warranty. It's got the little camera in the front that keeps blinking. That's just the refresh rate on the camera. But my favorite part is that it's an LCI. So it's got like the pre-LCI G80 like air vent buttons and like air vent style. It's also got a huge panoramic roof, which I love. It's kind of funny. My old one had the same color interior. This is like the best interior you can get. The red is really nice too, but I just feel like when you go with the black or like that ugly gray and neon, it's just like really bland. And yes, they do make it gray and neon orange interior. I don't know who would want to option that, but it's gross. Don't buy that. But anyway, this thing's sweet. Kind of bummed about everything that's been going on with it. But I got new tires, ambient lighting's fixed, off to the paint shop, and kind of some of the other stuff, like there's a chip in the door handle. There's some chips in the leather there that you can see. Overall, it's pretty clean. So as you guys can see, emptied it all out, minus a hat and a towel for people that sit in the rear, just because I'm a little anal about my interior, so I don't like creases, which I gotta get over because it's a leather interior. But yeah, we'll see you at Tyler shortly. Yeah, I'm just cruising, and there's this 640 just popping. Brand coupe too. Oh no, thought you guys would enjoy it. It's actually pretty sweet. But yeah, see you at the paint shop. Well, you guys, here we are. I don't know why Beamer gesture controls like to just fuck up all the time. But anyways, at the body shop. Oh damn. I don't even know which build. Oh, that's towing. Quick finish. Actually looks like a pretty cool place. But here's where the X3M will live for the next probably week or two. But anyways, like I said, kind of blows with the scenario, but good thing it's in good hands, because I can't wait to get this thing back, get down the road, because I do have some stuff that's going to be going on it right away. And it may involve a 2-week lead time, if you know what I'm saying. Now, I spotted some stuff, but Tyler definitely spotted some more shit. So they bondoed some of the rear, like the body line's not even, and then at the bottom of the door looks like it was just sideswiped. So this dealership might be owing me a lot more money. But this side, beautiful. Other side,
oh my gosh, they basically scammed.
Yeah, like so we're going after him for some more money, and Tyler's gonna do his magic. So anyways, I think, well, Chris and Khalees are gonna drive me back to the shop. We'll probably meet up with the guys, grab the 34, and I think there's a car meet tonight. So a little bit of a country one too. So I don't know. What do you think the crowd's gonna be like?
Hopefully good. I don't know. These Milwaukee meets are kind of trash. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, 34's on ready. We got to make more content with this thing because you guys love it. But we're off to Joe Mama's. It's a little bar burger joint. I'm gonna take this thing, probably put the GoPro in the window, rip some roads, eat some food, show you guys some cars, and go enjoy the night.
All right, you guys, so we're at this car show with the R34.
Oh, it's got the 4.0.
Oh, this is crazy. The 4.0 Vortec with RX-8 seats is insane.
Dude, you're gonna get canceled. It's a 5.3. It just identifies as a 4.0. It's a 5.3 Vortec.
You like the seats?
Sorry guys, I don't know anything about LS's. Now this is my kind of truck.
What's this white car over here, bro?
I don't know. Looks like an Impala. This is actually kind of crazy. Everything's basically carbon.
The green and pink.
He's gonna have the exterior done and it's gonna blow up.
The pink is so hard.
Yeah. Oh wow, this thing's just dumb. It's just headers. Oh, you guys can read this. Pause the video.
Halfway through,
Well, just like that, back at the business, and Chris is here. But we got both the Skylines here. Again, I was gonna mention this in the whole other video. Bought this 2J for 400 bucks. Gonna be a demo motor, get machined and everything. But for today, it's getting pushed aside. And then we're gonna do Mark's M4. Here's Mark's M4. Looking beautiful as always. Black underneath with this really cool, like, I don't even know, khaki gray wrap. Red interior. Beautiful. Long story short, I was buying my old front mount intakes off my old car and my skid pan. So we're gonna go do that. You guys will probably see some time lapse, and yeah, we'll let you know how it sounds when it's done. Well, guys, front mount secured.
Putting some drip on.
Mishimoto going on. Gotta get this thing protected. This thing will sound nuts.
Yo, little baby's my cousin.
Mark's in a hurry, so we're gonna get one quick brake boost, but give her a brake boost. Brake boost.
Drive.
Put it in drive, slam the brake, mash the gas.